Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 30th of August 2021. Taking a look at Ethereum here because it is poised for a breakout. But that's the thing that always gives me a little bit of a warning, because when it looks very obvious, sometimes it's just too good to be true at times. So let's break these down. Let's look at the monthly chart first. The monthly chart, let's kind of hide this stuff here. Monthly chart, I mean, really nice looking push up here, and we're looking at, if you look at the overbought and oversold conditions on the RSI, when you're in a bull market, 80 is the first overbought condition and 90 is the second overbought condition. But if you look back at the prior major moves that we've had in the past, there is obviously periods of, well, I should say, obviously been one, not periods, just one period of some significant divergence that we have to go off of, not like Bitcoin where we have several, but Ethereum's had one of these major regular bearish divergences off these extremes. So could Ethereum move higher here? Absolutely. The percent B is bouncing off of 0.8. You have the composite index not in a terrible position to slope up higher, and you have the RSI sitting here, and it's struggling to stay above 80 on the monthly. Well, not struggling, but it's just a hair above it. Go over to the weekly chart. Things are a little bit more neutral. Neutral RSI. The composite index is fairly neutral. I mean, it's flattening out, and the percent B is crossed back down below 0.8, but it's flattening out as well. And then you look at the daily chart, and it's really tough. I mean, there's a clear resistance zone, right up against that $3,300 value area. On the weekly chart, when you draw from the major swing low here in this swing to the strong top of the strong bar of the move on the weekly, the 886 level is right where we're facing that resistance. That is, depending on how you want to draw this, this is a standard triangle, or this is more likely an ascending triangle, which is an overwhelmingly bullish pattern. And it would be very bullish because we're below 60 in the RSI, the percent B is below 0.8, and the composite index is poised to cross above its slow moving average. So any move up here, on the daily chart at least, has a lot of room to run, but it doesn't have a ton of room on the monthly chart. And the weekly chart, it's neutral. So I mean, the weekly and the daily chart show that there's a lot of room to move higher, but the monthly chart, as we're getting towards the end of the month and we're already, above the first overbought level, it's risky. I think it's more risky to be on the short side of it right here because of where it's at in the short term. But if you want to go long, there's a couple options here. The first is, and this is one of those things with cryptos where sometimes when things move, they just don't pull back at times, but we'll see. If it breaks out, then what you really want to, sorry about that, that's my phone going off there. There we go. Turn that down. If we have a breakout above 3,300, then it's tempting to go long right away. But sometimes is the best idea is to have a pullback and see something that is going to retest the initial break, if you know what I mean. So if it breaks out higher here, what we would like to see is a test of that breakout. Was the breakout honest, basically? If price breaks out above 3,300, however high it moves, what you're going to want to look for is a move back down to that initial breakout. It's the retest. That's the conservative entry. That's what a lot of professional traders do. They don't trade the initial breakout because sometimes they're just fake outs, and they get faded. What you want to see is conviction that the breakout was honest on the retest. So that's what you should look for. But we'll see. I mean, these are also perfect conditions to, pull the rug on bulls and see a really, really ugly, nasty kind of retracement. But we'll have to see what happens here. Just be very careful with this area. It's going to be volatile, and there's probably going to be some explosive movements both ways. But if it's going to break out above 3,300, I would wait for a retest if you're wanting to re-enter long. And that does it for me. From Motivated Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.